Hey, what's up YouTube? Arc Random here, and welcome to Pokemon Ultra Sun. This is my first Let's Play that I'm doing with the camera, so I'm going to be getting used to that nonsense. You can also see my hand motions that I make during every video, but you guys probably will never know about. So don't worry about any of that. But I am set up to stream my 3DS straight to my computer. And all I've got is an audio jack into it, so this took some custom firmware and editing and stuff, with, like, you know, a little bit of the internal of my 3DS. So not saying to try this at home. It's a little difficult to get set up, but if you happen to have like an old 3DS that hasn't been updated for years, it's a lot easier. So I'm going to be playing Ultra Sun. I'm going to be doing a Nuzlocke of it, since I don't think many of the other Let's Players have done it, and I've already played all the way through Ultra Moon because I got that right when it came out, and I was kind of saving this copy to do a Let's Play of when I finally got the flash card that I needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and let's get going. I do think Ultra Moon is quite a bit more difficult than Ultra Sun, or than regular, or I do think that the Ultra ones are harder than the base games. I do think that these are the definitive way to play. Like, if you haven't played Pokemon Sun or Moon, then the Ultra ones are the way to go. Now, you may see in these cutscenes a little bit of frame rate issues. That's just the that's just because I'm wirelessly streaming it to the computer. I'm going to be trying to use the computer as my screen to watch, but if you see me looking down, it's because it's just easier to control through the 3DS itself. I'm still trying to get used to the fact that I'm on camera right now, and I'm also hoping that the audio is capturing from the 3DS properly. Kind of shouting at my microphone and everything like that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to assume you guys have watched some sort of Let's Play or have already played these games yourselves, because it's already been out for a little bit. If I'm the first one you're watching, then this is not going to be in-depth by any means. We're not going to be going through the story really hardcore or anything like that. I'm going to be nuzlocking and trying my best to complete the game well. There are some things, since this is a personal copy of the game that I'm using, there are going to be some things that you're going to be like, where did he get this Kadabra from? Or why does it say my Pokedex is complete and stuff? It's going to be for the sake of me playing through the game that I have these things to trade to my Ultra Moon copy if I need to. Like, if I want to catch a competitive Blacephalon, when you see me doing the Blacephalon part of the game, I'm going to Nuzlocke for one of them, but then the second one, I'm probably going to have a Kadabra that will synchronize the attribute that I want. I won't use that one to continue playing, but I definitely still want that Blacephalon. Things like that. I may do it with my Necrozma or my Solgaleo as well. So I'm probably going to be carrying around like some synchronizers and stuff like that, just to make the process go by faster, but still show it to you guys. So let's go ahead and do ARC. I want the blonde one, because my hair's probably going to be that color soon. This is also the first time I'm using OBS to record a Let's Play of anything, because usually I just use Elgato for like Switch games and stuff like that, or I'm emulating, but this is much easier. This seems so much better and cleaner to do because I already have everything already in its layout. I know what it's gonna look like when the video is complete and everything. A lot less editing too on my part, I guess. Alright. Also, it's going through without freezing, so I know I got my firmware and everything all in line the way I need it to be. I had issues where I tried to record it like yesterday and the day before, and I was still getting like freezing and stuff. Like, I couldn't get it. It would hit a point where I was like standing in the room and it would freeze. So that's how I know if it's working or not. I'm also considering doing a Pokemon Sun. There's a ROM hack of called Nova Sun, which is basically like, if you ever heard of the Blaze Black ROM hacks and stuff. It's really just a more difficult version of the base game that someone made, where there's way more Pokemon included and stuff, and I'm going to be trying to play through that, I believe. But I don't have that planned out necessarily. I just found it recently, and I was like, oh, this seems like a cool idea. Why not? And this title screen is gorgeous. It looks so good. Also, I don't know if you'll hear him off to the side, but there is a tiny guinea pig that my girlfriend is playing with off to the side of the screen that you may be hearing. I don't know. Because I have guinea pigs now. And they like to sing the song of their people. Alright. I finished, I'm pretty sure I've like 100% finished Ultra Moon. And I still don't know what that little chunk of island that's off on the side of the first island is. Like there's where you could catch bagons and stuff, like underneath the cave. I don't know what that's for. I don't know what that little like sandbar is. Alright, sorry I had to jump through the cutscenes there because I was having some frame rate issues and it kind of froze on me, so I'm hoping I changed some settings and this will work a bit better. So we're just gonna continue from there. Gotta go and grab my cool stuff. I actually like the base design of these characters a lot more than the original. I do like the girl's hat in Sun and Moon more than her look in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But I think the boy character looks cooler in Ultra. He's more Ultra. He is plus Ultra, if you will. Also, my goal is to have is to make a girl character with the exact outfit of Finger Guns girl from the Battle Agency picture, like the little person on my screen. I forget where. I may get to where I'm not reading enough of this and I'm actually forgetting where I'm supposed to be going. I feel like it's not a whole lot different, but it just takes a real big hit with any of these cutscenes. Alright. I do like that the intro is kind of a throwback to the Kanto beginning. You run to the grass. Something's coming at you. It's yeet. It's a little. It's weird. I don't feel like there's enough snakes on Melee. On the Melee? Yeah. I don't feel like there's enough snakes on Melee Island to warrant this many mongooses. Alright. So I've been thinking about this because I do believe the game is harder. I want to pick the best starter to actually like survive the whole Nuzlocke experience. But I also already played through Ultra Moon with Poplio, and I feel like he's the best one. Like not in general, because they're all I think decent. I think the Decidueye is better in singles, and when we finally get the hidden ability for Incineroar, Litten's going to be the best there, while Poplio is the best for the playthroughs. So they all kind of have their merits, but I don't think they are all. I don't think they're all equally good at beating the game.
But Rowlet's so cute.
I think I am gonna go with Rowlet. I think that's my choice, just because my personal playthrough I did Poplio and I don't want to do Poplio again. Even though I'm gonna get even though I'm gonna get completely different Pokemon, I'm sure, with the Nuzlocke rules, and because all the totem Pokemon I can get are different, I believe, except for like Mimikyu. Which is funny, because I love Mimikyu, and I'm glad that I get him either way for the totem. But it's kind of weird that they were just like, and all of these are going to be different back and forth depending on your game, except Mimikyu. Everyone gets a Mimikyu. It's because we're trying to give Mimikyu all the friends. Mimikyu gets all the friends. Alright, so let's see. Of course, we gotta go with the grass type. Rowlet. Yes, my little dude and his little turn. He's so adorable. His little cute ass bow tie and shit. Also, I'm gonna swear aggressively at Pokemon. Just be ready for that to happen. I swear aggressively at most video games, but like it happens a lot when I get critted or some shit like that. Yes, just stare at the tiny Borb. You chose Rowlet. Now, I'm gonna be that stereotypical person because I wanted to name my Rowlet like all the normal ass Robin Hood names, and so I'm gonna call him Sherwood because he's grass type. So he's gonna be Sherwood. I don't know if that's how it's spelled, but
Sherwood.
that's how it's gonna be. What a fine looking team. Alright. I'm so glad this intro is so much shorter than Sun and Moon. Like, it's just excessive talking in the beginning of Sun and Moon. It's cool to, like, it's a lot of really good world building. Like, they give us the culture and the island and everything. It feels real good. It's just there's so much of it, it doesn't make you want to play the game again. Like, you do it once, and then it's like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. But I do believe that Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are really, really good for new players. I think if you haven't played Pokemon since, like, before 5th gen and stuff like that, if it's been a while, I think Ultra Sun and Moon are a good place to pick back up. But I think veteran players of Pokemon, as far as a playthrough of the game, the veteran players are probably best with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That is such a cool intro screen. That Into the Battle screen looked so good. But Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I think, was the game made for the people who have been playing since Ruby and Sapphire, or even beforehand. Like, I'm mostly expecting the Switch version of Pokemon to be a remake of Kanto, but with, like, a lot of extra stuff thrown in there. I think we're going to get Kanto with Rainbow Rocket. So it's going to be the area we know, but it's not going to be the same plot, if that makes sense. Because they bring up Kanto so much in Sun and Moon that I feel like it just only makes sense for them to be leading us back to it. And it's been a long time since Fire Red Leaf Green. Like, even if, like, we're still going to get Sinnoh remakes, like, the Sinnoh remakes are going to happen. Like, there's no reason for them to change the pattern that they've been doing. But since it's a new console jump, I think to bring people in who have the Switch and may not have done the 3DS ones and stuff like that, I think for the home console audience that they're bringing in, it's gonna be some Kanto games first. Either that or we're gonna get like full on Pokemon Coliseum, and I'm just way out there. It's like I've been playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and it's like, oh, what's the thing you expect least to happen? And then suddenly, oh look, Turles is in this game. That's about as rare as I was thinking was gonna happen. So my dude gets my boy gets the Poplio. Does he have an Evolution? I'm trying to remember how's team has changed. Like his team's, I like what they did with his team because they gave him like some really cool Pokemon to deal with. Like just the fact that he has a Noivern and stuff is really cool. What was it? They gave him Noibat by the end of the island, so he's got 3 Pokemon by the end of the island. And I think he's got 4 Pokemon by the end of the next island. All the way to like the final battle, which is actually a lot of fun. I did like battling Kukui in Sun and Moon, but the How battle ended up being really good because his team was fun to like track throughout the game. How did my mouse move? How long had it been sitting there, I wonder? But it's your dude, How. I just realized, I don't think... Oh, I haven't had any audio playing. That's a problem. I just now realized that I haven't had the sound on for all that silliness. But that's okay. I've been talking over all of it. I've been reading any of it, so it's whatever. But just realized I missed all the cool Kukui music. But since it's running through an auxiliary cord, it is based on the slider actually being on. So I hope I have it set well. Yes. Go Rowlet. What is Rowlet? Rowlet's a bulky physical attacker, I believe. Because his hidden ability is super cool like that. Like his physical attacks are ranged because of his bow. But I'm not sure. I think when I end up doing this this Nova Sun thing that I'm looking at, I think I'll actually be reading everyone's text and being really in depth with that. But let's take a look at Rowlet, shall we? Since we had our first rival battle. What do we got? He has a neutral nature, bashful, and of course overgrow. Yeah. Okay, neutral nature's fine. Can't ask for too much. Could be much worse. I'm also just glad that he doesn't have a nature that reduces any of his defenses. Let's pop over here. I'm pretty sure that's a potion or an antidote, so why not get it? Oh, and a Baniri. Ooh, I was real worried because it just said 0 frames for a second there. Baniri. Alright. That's a really cute Pokemon. I'm glad Baniri is on the island. I like a lot of the Pokemon that they added to the Pokedex. Like, I played through Ultramoon with an Inkay. Like, I had the Inkay, like, the whole game until I got my, my Necrozma form, because it's basically the same. It fills the same ability box. But having that contrary Inkay right off the bat, when everything uses Growl and Tail Whip, it's super handy. Wonder why I'm taking this frame rate hit. That battle, for some reason, just killed my frames. Oh, Paralyze Heal. Yeah, that's good. That's handy. I'm already missing my Tauros. Just having Tauros. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, just don't be confused if you see, like, oh, why do I have a completed Pokedex already? Because I'll transfer all of my stuff into my copy and then transfer it all out through Pokebank, just because I want to get that shiny charm. I want to make sure that the totems I get are actually usable totems, so I don't have to, like, play through the game again to get the stuff that I want. Because, like, I want a competitive totem Marowak, even if he can't get fucking, what's it called? Lightning Rod. He doesn't get Lightning Rod, so he's not really, like, VGC Marowak. But it'd still be cool to get them in as useful as I can. Like the Yungoos, like when I get, or the, what's it called? I forget what the evolved form of Yungoos is. Gumshoos. When I get him, I want him to be like Adamant or Jolly, because if I ever want to put him on a competitive team, I don't have to beat the game to get a new Gumshoos that's actually useful. So I'll probably have a synchronized Kadabra on my team when I get those, just so that I get the one that I want for the future. And I don't plan on using totems very much. I kind of want to use Totem Marowak just because I really, really like Marowak as Pokemon. But for the most part, it's probably going to be stuff that I catch throughout the game. Or trades. Like, I swear to God, if I catch a Spearow as an encounter, I'm absolutely trading that Spearow for a Hawlucha. Like, there's no reason not to. It's just, like, its typing is just so good. I think my audio, there we go. My audio disconnected for a second there. I was getting music playing through my DS. I hope this frame rate's not just, like, too unbearable to watch. Because it's jumping all over the place. I was trying to get to stay at 30 frames per second as well as possible, but it is not doing it. What are you doing? I have tiny guinea pigs. They're, let me sing you the song of my people. It's lots of little tiny oinks. And I think they know I'm talking about them now. Pew pew, motherfucker. Uh-oh. Why do flying Pokemon just, like, hate Nebby? I don't understand. Like, why? The Spearows, the Murkrows, like, why do these Pokemon just dislike the Tiny Nebula? Is it because, like, they feel they need to guard the island, and technically the Ultra Beasts have always been a threat to the island? I think it's just because Cosmog is technically an Ultra Beast. Who are you? All right. I think this was a smart battle to add. This little battle with your starter to save Nebby. And that is a great face from Nebby. Oh, well, that's handy. I will say, they've added a lot of things that I think make the game easier, not just more accessible. Like, I do think people complain a bit too much when, like, Pokemon's so easy now. No, you're probably not 10 anymore, and they've made the game more accessible, so all the shit that you would have forgotten, they make it easier to remember. But there are some cases, like, they heal you so much in this game. Like, I think they're a little too gracious with their healing. Because they give you so much money to buy shit, but when you're just playing through casually, you're not gonna need that as many items because they keep healing you. And I think it's kind of I think that's one of those where it's making the game a bit too easy. Because I think the last one where they didn't heal you very often was like Gen 4. There wasn't as much healing in Gen 4. And they kind of kept it that way in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. There wasn't a whole lot of healing you. But like in Black and White and X and Y, they heal you all over the place. And I think that it's a little too easy on top of trainers not having as many Pokemon. It's like if it was just trainers having fewer Pokemon, it wouldn't be so bad. But since they have fewer Pokemon and you get healed so often, it comes across as making things too simple. And I still don't know what that attack is. Like, what is that? Like a little baby version of his Z move that he will later get? Those Spearows are dead. Tapu Koko just like casually came through and shocked them. Like, the blood god has come. And those Spearows were the sacrifice.
Blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood gods. Like, what other kind of god would you satisfy the god by fighting? Like, oh, we have two people who are here locked in combat for the honor of their god. It's like, well, you know, winner starts their island trial, loser sacrificed. Or vice versa. Like, winner gets sacrificed because he's worthy of the god, and the loser has to go on the island trial to get stronger, and then is sacrificed to the god.
Blood for the blood god.
How we honor Tapu Koko. Pew pew, motherfucker. Sparkling stone. I completed Rainbow Rocket. I remember people talking about, like, before the game came out, that all the Z stone, like all the Mega Stones were like individual items. Like you get all of the, all the bosses' Mega Stones or something, like their holders. And I'm wondering, I still haven't found that in the game and haven't looked it up, but I still want to get like Archie's Anchor as a Mega Keystone. Or I'm thinking it's just something in Battle Tree that I haven't looked for. Like those items exist in the game, but they're not something you could have. They're just like, oh, you know, there's that Megastone is in this game because Wally needs his Megastone, or Cynthia needs a Megastone, or things like that. Could you see this? Where would you get attacked by Pokemon here? There's nothing here. Well, I said that, but then you did get attacked by Spearows. I wish Pokemon came out of the grass more. Like, there should be events in town where it's like the town's like, oh, occasionally the town gets attacked by Grimers. Or occasionally there's like a Drowsy sneaking around outside people's houses. Like, sometimes people just have their dreams eaten. They're like, well, I need to fix that. Like, something like that. Either that or the police are doing too good of a job and I'm just overthinking it. But there's not police everywhere. Like, Iki Town, there's no police officers here. And, like, the Kahuna's gotta be busy with his own shit. Like, oh, by the way, for some reason, we've had a fucking Executor dragon pulsing all over the place. Like, why would he? And the Kahuna's off. I don't know, at the Kahuna convention. We need some trainer to help us stop it. I don't know. It seems like Pokemon shouldn't be as afraid of towns as they seem to be. I used to think there was something wrong with my old DS. Like, why does Lily's hat look so bright, and like, why do some of the characters look so washed out, especially when they're at the top part of the screen? But then this DS does the same thing, and so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen in the game. I don't know. It's just weird. I think I've realized that the FPS does a little bit better when there's nothing on the bottom screen. I'm wondering for future reference if I should just record bottom screen and just have like a just make the whole screen top screen and then have my webcam in like the bottom corner like a normal, like a lot of people do Let's Plays and stuff, and not even bother with this whole layout. Because I mean, this layout didn't take a whole lot of effort. I'm not super good at Photoshop. Alright. Oh wait, yeah, I was supposed to do a thing. Boom, let's us do battle. Again, I guess. I just want to go get encounters. Like, I don't want to just, like, finish the episode like, oh, I got my starter, end of episode, let's go. We talked for 20 minutes, and then that was it. I want to go catch something. And I'm not sure if the first Pokemon that you can catch is static. Because I know in the first game, like in Sun and Moon, the first Pokemon you can catch the first Pokemon that appears after you get Pokeballs is a Pikipek, no matter what. They do the same thing in X and Y. The first Pokemon that appears after you get Pokeballs is what's it called? A Pidgey. It's programmed that way to be that Pokemon. And so I'm wondering if this one does the same thing. Because I don't think they did an ORAS. They might have, and it might have just been like, oh, no matter what, it's always going to be a Zigzagoon. But I feel like there's a lot of places you can go to the grass that would mean that the default is not a Zigzagoon. Oh, the shaking grass things. Those are Zigzagoon. That's a Zigzagoon at the beginning no matter what. Right there on round 1. Yeah, I got attacked right outside our house. It was awesome. Some rabid-ass mongoose came up and attacked me, and this tiny green owl helped. I'm safe, Mom. The next day. Is it actually going to catch up with our time? Because isn't it like... it's like 8 here or something. I feel like it should not be full daylight right now. Isn't this Kukui just running straight into our house? Like, doesn't give a shit. Yep. Mom, some shirtless dude just busted into our house. I really wish, like, there were other professors that showed up in this game. Because, like, we have the Samson Oak reference. Like, I wish there were references, like, to, oh, the Alola form of other professors. Like, surprise, Professor Birch is here, and he's just really sunburned. He seems like the professor that would happen to. Ooh, or since we have Grimsley here, we get, fuck, the X and Y professor, I forget his name. Sycamore. We get Sycamore here, and he's like, and he's just running around, hanging out with, like, babes on the beach all the time. He just hangs out speaking French, and there's all these babes just hanging out around him. They don't know what he's saying, but they're just really into him. Who else am I missing? Juniper. Juniper, I think, would hang out in Alola. I feel like the Sinnoh professor would not. Rowan? He's an older guy. I don't think he'd hang out in Alola. He seems more like a mountains kind of dude. He may just hang out at the Elite Four, just like.
Joke's on him. He's actually just like hanging out in like one of the resort areas.
Nah, he's the one. He's the one who will work through his vacation. I feel like he's not. He's not the one lounging on the beach. He's the one who's too stressed to relax, so he hangs out on all the strongest trainers. I think Elm, like Birch, would be another one who's just like out getting sunburned the whole time. Or he's like studying, like, he's just really way out of his element. He's like, oh, he's visiting this far off place, but he's spending all of his time shopping. Or he doesn't leave the hotel. He just... But he didn't get like a nice hotel. He's in one of like the shitty hotels, like in the middle of the route. Alright. We got it. Let's catch Pokemon. And then I'll probably call this one an episode. Oh, and potions. That's real nice of you. Thanks, Kukui. You're the best. What do we got? What have we here? And it is a Grubbin. This might be predetermined to be a Grubbin, but I don't mind. We're gonna catch a Grubbin. All right. Just hit it with a solid tackle, and then... Oh, wow. Do I want to carry a Charge Bug this whole game? I don't think so. I'm sure there's another electric Pokemon I'll catch. I get a Totem Vikavolt, don't I? That's like... I don't know, that's like 70 Totem stickers away. I don't think I need to worry about that one right now. I'll probably show you guys where all the totem stickers are as I go through, because I went through, like, I love the totem Pokemon idea, and I love the idea of getting like these giant ass Pokemon, especially the giant Ribombee. Like, that is an awesome prize for getting 100 totem stickers. And in my Ultra Moon I have the giant Como too, which is badass and objectively scary. Like, if I ever saw a giant Como that's the size of a T-Rex, that would be terrifying. But it's like, what other Pokemon would be really cool to have in totem size? Because, like, in the game, certain Pokemon don't appear as the size that they actually measure to. Like, Groudon in the game doesn't appear the size that he measures to in the Pokedex. Like, he's the continental Pokemon, and he looks like he's 6 feet tall. But I think he's, like, 14 feet tall. He's also the densest Pokemon. It's like, Grubbin looks bigger than he is. Like, he is a foot and 4 inches long, but he is real small. So what do I want to call Grubbin? It's a girl Grubbin. I don't have a good name. I don't know if I'm going to use it very much, so... I'm trying to think. Who's the, I'm trying to think of the 5th gen electric gym leader. I think it's like Elsie or Elise. I don't know. I think a good name that go for Charge Bug, because I caught a shiny Charge Bug that was red, and so I named it Rioma. And so I don't care about this gender, and this is going to be Rioma. This is Rioma. Because Charge Bug's red when you catch him shiny, and he's lightning-y, and Rioma is kind of lobster-like and kind of pointy like a Charge Bug. So I just think it's a good name. It goes with it. Don't think too hard on it, okay? Alright. Oh. Trainer looking for a battle. Alright. I think I'm going to call this one an episode. It's going to be a little long. I have to edit a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like it down below. If you want to see more of my content, please subscribe to the channel. And with that, guys, this is Arc Random signing off. I will see you guys later.